And now, from the Morgantown campus at West Virginia University, welcome graduates, families, and guests to our 150th commencement ceremony. Due to national social distancing restrictions associated with the COVID-19 pandemic, we've created a special virtual commencement experience to celebrate our graduates. Thank you for joining us to share this special day. Today, we honor West Virginia University's 2020 May graduates, 150 years after Marmaduke H. Dent became the university's first graduate and alumnus. In these unprecedented times, it's more important than ever to celebrate the years of hard work and dedication these mountaineers have shown, and to look forward to the bright future we know they will have. And now, please welcome WVU Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, MARYANNE Reed.
Good morning. On behalf of West Virginia University's faculty, staff, Board of Governors, and administration, I am pleased to welcome you to our May 2020 virtual commencement ceremony. Today is a wonderful day. A day in which we come together to celebrate a milestone achievement in your lives, graduating from college or graduate school and moving on to the next chapter. Now, we realize this isn't exactly the commencement ceremony you were planning for, but it will certainly be the commencement that you remember. Over the past several years, you have faced and overcome a myriad of challenges. But the coronavirus pandemic may be the biggest disruption that you have experienced in your lifetime. But you've handled it. You went online this semester for your studies. You figured out how to maintain a social life while social distancing. And you kept alive your ambitions, hopes, and dreams. In short, you have pivoted and adapted. And that says a lot about you and your ability to face the future no matter what lies ahead. Please know that your WVU degree has value, and so do you. We have enjoyed our time with you, and we look forward to seeing where life's journey takes you. But as excited and scared as you might be right now, be sure to take this moment to stop, take a breath, and appreciate how far you have come already. You've earned your success through your hard work, perseverance, dedication to learning, and of course, your mountaineer resiliency. If our current situation has taught me anything, it is that life is not necessarily about the next big thing. It's about appreciating the moment as you are experiencing it, because you never know what's around the corner. So please take today to appreciate this moment and know that we couldn't be prouder of you and your success, and know that we will miss you terribly. Good luck, find joy in your journey, and congratulations, class of 2020. Let's go Mountaineers.
Please join us for the singing of the national anthem as we take this opportunity to honor our WVU ROTC students and veterans who are committed to serving and safeguarding our nation and the world.
2020 Mountaineer graduates, families, and friends. When I spoke to you at last year's December graduation, I did so via a pre-recorded video as I prepared to have hip surgery. After 40 years in higher education, I felt certain that was the weirdest commencement I would ever experience. Well, I want to tell you something. I was wrong. I'm so sorry that we cannot gather in person on this most important occasion in your life and in our university's life. I cannot tell you how much I miss all of you. As you continue traveling toward your dreams in the years ahead, you will understand better than any class before that journeys can make shocking and unexpected detours. While the current global crisis caused by COVID-19 is unprecedented, it reminds us of the many hardships that West Virginia University students have overcome, from wars to economic depressions to national tragedies, all on their paths to graduation. The class of 2002, which graduated into a world rocked by 9/11, heard from entrepreneur and technology leader Ray Lane about creating positive disruption in perilous times. His keynote address included a vision of new educational models. And he said, all lectures, all books, all research, all teachers available to everyone, everywhere, all the time. Imagine everyone in the world being able to take courses from the best teachers in the world, a sort of virtual university. Yes, just imagine. 60 years earlier, many members of the class of 1942 transitioned directly from college into history's deadliest war. 75 years before that, the very first West Virginia University students arrived on campus only 2 years after Civil War battlefields had fallen still. Our land-grant university emerged from that dark period, during which President Abraham Lincoln recognized the unbreakable link between education and human progress. And he signed an act that opened the American dream to more people than ever before. Grit and determination have always fueled mountaineers. That spirit empowered your quest for a degree, and it will continue to sustain you during this very difficult time. But as the word commencement implies, your real journey is only now beginning, whether the next step is continuing your education or launching your career. No matter what the world's state, all graduates embark on a similar quest. Life is about finding your purpose and making certain your choices serve that purpose. Is your goal healing the sick? Or inspiring others with your artistic vision, shattering the status quo with the next high-tech innovation? Whatever path you choose, the education you received at West Virginia University will guide you to ever higher summits. The skills and strength you honed here will drive you onward. And with your unique passion inspiring you, you will excel, you will achieve success, and you will gain the kind of happiness that lasts along the way. The hopes and goodwill of our one West Virginia University family will always accompany you. So, ladies and gentlemen, and even under these unique circumstances, I would not send you out into the great big world without the benefit of my wisdom. In confusing times, sticking to a routine keeps your life under control. So do not spend our remaining lockdown period in your pajamas, eating 7 meals a day like a hobbit. Fellow actor W.C. Fields' admonition to avoid working with children or animals, or at least avoid letting them interrupt your Zoom meetings. Let this period of social distancing remind you how very precious human connections are. Instead of returning to normal when this is over, build a richer one with less texting and more togetherness. Take comfort in knowing that your graduation will stand out from those of all other mountaineers before and after you. you can bore everyone by talking about it for decades to come. Be glad that you have already learned an important lesson. Life will not always go according to plan. And by the way, that is okay. Even if you make a few detours along the way, your inner calling will always lead you to the perfect destination. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Each and every one of you have my love and best wishes, and Godspeed you on this remarkable journey.
Well, it's really hard to follow that. Gordon is a wonderful speaker, and I'm Clay Marsh, and I am the Vice President and Executive Dean for Health Sciences. The philosopher Rumi said, "Yesterday I was clever and wanted to change the world. Today I am wise and decided to change myself." Well, this is a moment of great change. We know that this is an unprecedented time, a time that challenges all of us, a time where we can't be together physically, but we can appreciate the incredibly strong bonds that have formed between all of us during our time at West Virginia University. You share our purpose of being a land-grant university in the state of West Virginia. We care about our civility. We care about our role in a better future. This time of great change and of great anxiety for many people also presents a time of great opportunity for all of us. This time challenges us to grow, to change, to start to reflect on the things that are really important to us. We think maybe a bigger car or a nicer house or a bigger vacation is the thing that will make us happy. But we know that the average lottery winner is less happy than the average person. Now, some people say, give me a shot at that and I'll try. And we also know that somebody who goes through a life-threatening illness is happier than the average person because they understand what's really important. They understand that we're born with priceless gifts. In fact, the Huffington Post said that the odds against any one of us being us is 10 to the 2,640,000th power, which basically is impossible. But here we are. And we have our health and we have our family, and we can enjoy the things that give us happiness and fulfillment, that bring wonder to our eyes, that are beauty, our nature, each other. So at this time of great change, and although we can't be together, I wish you the best of luck and my heartiest congratulations for your graduation today. Congratulations to your family and the people that love you. And remember that even though we can't be together, you have been emblazoned with the flying WV deep inside of you, that you'll carry that with you your whole life, as I have done with mine. So with that, I want to take a look back at the 4 years that have occurred during the time that you're here. And again, congratulations and Godspeed.
Hey there, class of 2020. I realized that I'm so lucky to have had so many memories at WVU that makes me want to stay and never say goodbye.
I made friendships with people from all over the world, like seriously all over the world.
I love the atmosphere at WVU and in Morgantown, and the pride that West Virginians and students alike have for the state.
One of the most memorable events I have from my time at WVU was performing with the band in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City, and I loved being able to represent WVU on such a big stage.
Traveling to the Boy Scout Jamboree, I got to camp, fish, and teach people about forensic science and grow as a communicator and a person.
We got to go down to the Georgia Dome, and on our way we stopped at McDowell County. It was the first time I felt the pride. I felt that the state absolutely loved the band and the university, and I knew then that I was a part of something bigger.
One of my favorite memories with the team was us winning the NCAA championships my freshman year. Volume bus. Let's go Mountaineers!
The 2020 Baylor basketball game, when they came to the Coliseum and we beat them, it was the most electrifying atmosphere that I've been a part of, and it was phenomenal.
Football games at WVU are the best atmosphere. Everyone is in a great mood. Like, you can feel how much we come together, and that's our pride.
The graduation we had planned for now looks a little different, but it has been amazing to witness all of the good people are able to do throughout the coronavirus pandemic.
I'm so grateful for the extraordinary healthcare workers that are out there helping people recover and keeping us safe in the process.
I'm just overly grateful and thankful for the amazing faculty and staff who were instructors but were also friends and have my best interest in mind at all times.
That is what my relationship has been like with my faculty members, and those relationships and those memories make a student, one within 30,000, feel very special, which I think is what everybody seeks in their life. And West Virginia University gave me that.
The people that you're around every single day, there's a sense of togetherness. It really makes you feel like you're home.
No matter who you are, where you come from, there's going to be a place for you here.
Thanks for taking my sister for 4 years.
I met so many great friends while I was at WVU. I met my best friend, and then also just so many others I want to be friends with for the rest of my life.
And I think what I'm going to miss most about being a student at WVU are just the relationships I formed with my professors, with my peers, with everyone, the sense of community that this school brings. But I know I'm going to take these lessons with me that I've learned everywhere for the rest of my life.
Thank you all so much. Congratulations again, and let's go Mountaineers!
WVU!
Hello, Mountaineer family. MESHEA POORE here, Vice President for the Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Congratulations, you have arrived. You have made it. This is your big day. But not only is it your big day, it's actually the start of the next journey of your beautiful life. We're so excited to be here to celebrate with you because we know that, it was a lot of hard work to get you to this day. We want to make sure that you know that we are certain that you're going to show up in the world, that you're going to show your Mountaineer kindness and respect wherever life lands you, and that you will pave the way for other Mountaineers to follow. We also know that you will do your part to make sure that we are encouraging and building an inclusive community throughout the nation, that you will present your talents and your gift with gold and blue enthusiasm, and that as you are making your mark on the world, you'll remember always that Mountaineers go first. We know that you are talented, amazing, and that you are excellent. We know that you will continue to give back your love and your energy to this great institution. But most importantly, we know that you will continue to make us proud. To mom, dad, grandfather, grandma, aunt, uncle, sisters, and brothers, thank you so very much for continuing to support our Mountaineer family. Thank you for entrusting your graduate with us. Know that we are supportive of you, appreciative of you, and we celebrate you as well. We know that it wasn't always easy to give your baby up to us and trusting that they will do what they said they would do. But just look at them. They've done it. Congratulations, graduates, class of 2020. Know that you again are celebrated, loved, and supported. And most importantly, continue to always say, let's go, Mountaineers. Congratulations.
It's a real honor to be with you, the graduating class of this year from West Virginia University. I've had 3 generations of my family before me graduate from the university, and I can tell you it's the most important education I ever received in my life. It makes such a difference. I've also done a dozen graduation speeches over the years, but this is the first time I've been the warm-up speech, the warm-up act for President Gordon Gee, who I admire tremendously. People often ask, what are the common themes when you talk about graduation? The common themes are how education is the equalizer in life, along with the internet. The common themes are you are prepared to do whatever you want in life and to have the courage to take risk and the courage to fail. And to realize graduating from West Virginia, you can do anything you want in terms of opportunities as well as challenges. When you're successful, I also want to encourage you to give back, whether it's to the university, to family, and to friends. And you want to enjoy each moment that we're on this planet. I have seen speed of change, and that's usually what I talk about in any graduation. And each time I say it seems like it's getting faster and faster. This time it really is. This is the 6th economic challenge I've seen. It's the 5th health challenge I've seen. It's the 3rd supply chain. But all 3 of them are occurring together. And we haven't had a slowdown for 12 years. So there's the natural fear because most of the leaders have not seen this before. But I have, and Gordon has. And when you think about this, we will come through it fine as a country, and we will come through it fine as a state. But it is our ability to have the courage to realize we have to change as we go into these challenges, and then position how we want to look like when we come out. I've watched West Virginia move from a state that was a little bit hesitant 5 years ago to a state that now knows how to dream, led by West Virginia University. But the dream also in terms of a startup state, with the university playing the key role in helping make this happen, with the governor's support, the Speaker of the House, the President of the Senate, both U.S. senators, but also our alumni coming together to say, how do we change our curriculum and how do we go forward together? As you go forward in life, I'd like for you to think about your 3 goals. For me, looking forward, the first one is to really make a difference in my family, in business, in society, and perhaps the largest scale on a global basis. The second is to live every day, to enjoy every moment we're here in a very unique way. And the third, candidly, is to give back. When you leave today, think about what your 3 goals are, but also realize how proud we are of you. Go Mountaineers.
Every year, our university gives honorary degrees to people who have experienced great success and helped others succeed as well. And as interesting as those people always are, the conferral ceremony is a bit long and formal. This is a different kind of commencement, and a less stuffy ceremony suits this year's honoree, someone who has stayed close to his West Virginia roots while soaring to the highest peaks in country music. Growing up in Glendale, West Virginia, Brad Paisley cheered on the Mountaineers while watching football with his dad. Since then, the singer-songwriter has earned 3 Grammys, 2 American Music Awards, and 14 Country Music Association Awards, including Entertainer of the Year, among so many other honors. His 24 #1 hit songs have brought him worldwide fame, and his love for West Virginia has brought him back to our state often, especially when we need him the most. After devastating flooding in 2016, for example, he raised funds for victims and donated $250,000 to the cause. He has said, West Virginia isn't an easy place to forget. It's too ideal. You can't just move on and not want some part of that to stay in your life. We are proud to call him a Mountaineer. And so, Brad Douglas Paisley, on this day, May 16, 2020, in recognition of your distinguished career and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the Presidential Honorary Degree honoris causa with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations to Brad Paisley. And here you go, Brad.
Thank you guys so much for this honorary degree. Thank you, Dr. Gee. Listen, I've grown up a massive West Virginia Mountaineer fan. I have attended every football game I had the free time to attend, and I love what the school is. I love the state of West Virginia, and in these times, it's such an honor to be holding this. And to the rest of the class of 2020, please go out there, make a difference, change the world, use your degree for the best. Good luck to all of us.
Graduates, your studies have prepared you for many scholarly and professional paths, but above all, they have prepared you to be leaders. Put your Mountaineer values to work solving problems and changing lives. Make service to others not just an obligation, but your passion. Nurture the curiosity that enables you to visualize new ideas, try new solutions, and blaze new paths. Respect others. respect others, and search for common ground on which to build our shared future. Be accountable to yourself and others by working hard and maintaining the highest possible ethics. Celebrate the successes that education has put within your reach and inspire others to value the world-changing power of learning. And make each day that you live a chance to discover. So by virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon each and every one of you the degrees for which you have been recommended with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Congratulations.
Congratulations, West Virginia University Class of 2020. What a strange year to graduate, but I am so honored to get to give you one final little address here. It's kind of like a last exam. Let's see if you know the words to this. You have to if you want to graduate. Almost heaven, West Virginia,
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Life is older, older than the trees.
Younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze.
Country roads, take me home
To the place I belong, West Virginia.
Mountain Mama, take me home.
Country roads.
All my memories gather round her.
Mine is a lady, stranger to blue water.
dark and dusty,
Painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine. Teardrop in my eye. West Virginia, Mountain Mama,
Take me home, country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hour, she calls me.
The radio reminds me of my home far away.
Driving down the road, I got a feeling I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country road, take me home.
To the place I belong.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
Take me home, country roads. Oh, take me home, now country roads. Good luck in your future, everybody. I wish you nothing but the best. Go change this world. We need it.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We sincerely hope that our country roads will bring you all back home soon to campus as official alumni of West Virginia University. We encourage our graduates to share their own versions of Take Me Home Country Roads via social media, and be sure to tag videos with the hashtag WVUGrad. Please also remember to download your individual commencement messages from StageClip and share them with all of your family and friends on your favorite social media channels. Graduates who wish to walk the stage are invited to join us for WVU's December commencement on December 19th, 2020. More information will be sent to you in the fall via your Mix email.